as a society, you know. He felt isolated, whatever. The key point is, us good people in this room, we must do something about good education.
Absolutely. Edmund Burke also said, thank you for bringing him up because it reminded me of something. Yeah, me too. He also said something which I used to find very depressing, but now I'm empowered by. He said that the strongest negative emotion, so the strongest fear of pain, is stronger than the strongest fear of love or joy. And I used to hear that and think, oh. So if you actually really think, I mean, we can do it as a thought experiment now. So if you just want to interact, and if we just close our eyes for a minute, and just think about the strongest feeling of pain, fear you can. It's really visceral, no? I feel it on my spine. Whoa, okay. And now if you think about the strongest love, joy, peace. Now, when I was younger, I used to really agree with him, and I used to think, yeah, that the fear is stronger. But I think that the reason that we believe the fear is stronger is because we're told that we are animals, that we have to kill or be killed, that it's the survival of the fittest, and if you don't strike at others, you're going to be struck down. But that idea of humankind is just an idea which is pushed upon us by advertisers, by political interests. And when we actually truly connect with the connection and with the love that we share as human beings, the love is so much stronger. And I think it's just really making that choice. I can't remember who said it, maybe someone here will know, that everything is a choice between fear and love. And if we choose love, it is stronger.
And I agree with you, because I could not access fear in this exercise you just had us do. And I'm sure it has something to do with every single person in this room. You know, I was in bliss. I'm like, I'm sitting with Carla. How can I feel fear? And I'm sitting with Kari and Alia and all of you. And I was, in fact,
good vibration.
It was just like, you know, I mean, this is us, the seat of everything here. And I just felt so much joy welling up right here that I couldn't feel the fear.
Absolutely.
I think that's how we should walk everywhere.
Absolutely. When you choose love, love is there.
Exactly. Yeah. Thank you.
Yes, the nurturing starting in the womb. What I say to women when I'm doing workshops, I say, who of you here is a leader? Mm-hmm. And they sit there. And I say, everybody should have their hand up. I'm very proactive. When I was teaching, again, I go back to elementary school, but I invited grandparents in. I think the elders are shoved away too much. You're right. And just all my children in my classroom loved being able to sit by that person and just have them listen to them read, because they're not given that at home anymore. The parents are too busy. So I think we need to incorporate it, not right from the womb, but not forget the wisdom of the elder who's out there and has that time to come in and contribute. Teach them how to bake bread, that it's not just from a shelf.
You know, you're right. You know, when I go to my grandchildren, my grandson runs to me and says, Grandma, sit down, I have lots of things to tell you. You know, because he's not seen me for 3-4 days or 1 week. What is it, darling? I scored twice this week. What did you feel about that? Oh, I was over the moon. And you know, another thing, the teacher said that I'm writing better now. he's got so much to say. And then my friend is literally, it's because the mother and father are very, very busy. They're very loving parents, absolutely. I'm very proud of them. But you know, they don't have that time to say, yeah, and then what happened? You know, you know, you really got to give the child time to listen to.
Yeah.
Yeah. To re-establish the link between the child and the elderly, and then tap into that enormous life experience.
So I just wanted to share something. You mentioned about the womb. It reminded me of something when I was expecting my first child, my son. I used to listen to some really nice music.
Yes, me too.
And when he was born, and if he was cranky or he wasn't sleeping, I would play the same music and he would be absolutely peaceful, you know. So I believe that if we made that conscious effort to make the unborn child listen to messages of love and, you know, kindness and all that kind of stuff, perhaps, you know, you're starting a good thing right before, even before, you know, the kid comes into this world.
And just one thing about development as well.
Yeah.
When I was developing this project, a good friend of my grandmother, who is a child development psychologist, she works with really young children, so from birth to 3 years old. And she said to me, "Oh, don't bother. Your project's not going to help anything. If you don't do it in the first 3 years, done." And a lot of developmental people will say that to you. But I just think we have to reject that because you can make a change at any age. At any age, yeah. I mean, when it's in my first year of teaching, when I was like a duck, you know, like fine on the surface, paddling underneath. And I remember in that first year of teaching, I had a GCSE group, so an exam level group. And they have this thing in England called the Fisher Family Trust, which is like a big data collection system. And what they do is they take the results from every age that the child's had, the income level of the parents, they take loads of factors, and they give you a prediction, a percentage of C grades or above that you have to achieve. So in my first class, my first year of teaching, my target was 65%. So I had to get 65% of those children a C or above, and that would mean I was a satisfactory teacher. And I achieved 89%. And that was my first year, and I'd like to think I'm a better teacher now than I was the first year, but, and it was just because I believed in them.
Yeah, exactly.
I genuinely believed in them, and I knew they could do it. And when I said, "I know you can do this," I meant it. And because I meant it, they could mean it about themselves. So I think when people give us these kind of fatalistic approaches and attitudes, say, no. At any age, at any moment, we can make a change. Just, yeah.
I want to set up WTTCs. You know what they are? Womb to Tomb Centers. Garb Sanskar schools where pregnant women are the students and attached to old age homes. You know, so that from the womb to the tomb, everybody's, you know, drawing spiritual strength and growing together and helping each other. So that's how does it sound? WTTC.
I like it.
Womb to tomb. Really? What does it do?
Womb to tomb. Exactly. I think. We're all gonna lie. We're all gonna die.
That's a good point. I never thought about it.
Remember, Miller Rayburn had this big transformation. Who? Miller Rayburn. No, I don't know. From long time ago. He did that. His uncle betrayed them and took all their property. And so the mother and son, he went off, sorry. And so he went off to study to take revenge. And what he did, sitting in the mountains, destroyed the whole family, you know, their lands and everything. And when he saw the destruction, it hurt him. And then he became a saint. He went and did more penance, and he became a saint. So people can go through transformation at any time. Yeah. Instant. Yeah, thank you. Oh, and the playing music, they've done studies with Mozart. playing Mozart to the baby in the womb. And it's supposed to develop a very fine brain, you know, and everything, good coordination.
All
Thank
music
you.
is vibration, so yes.
In India, we have the famous story of Prahlad, you know. Does anyone know Prahlad's story? Indians would know it. So, I mean, his father was a demon. But the mother, when
Hiranyakashipu.
she was
His
pregnant,
father's name is Hiranyakashipu. He's a demon.
yeah, he was a demon, the father. But the mother, when she was pregnant, was taken to some saint's ashram, and the whole 9 months she was chanting and meditating
mythology,
and
right?
praying. So she produced a saint. And
Excellent.
the father was so angry that how has she produced a saint? He tried to kill the child, but God himself was there to save the child. So it's the power of Dharma Sanskar.
I would say today's children are tomorrow's citizens. A country's strength is determined based on the young generation what it has. So if I go back to my childhood days, school days, what I can say, I have heard to the narrating stories. A class will be there for storytelling. That will be giving us lot of moral information. How an individual will be molded into different, how he will be molded into different environments. So such kind of narrations will be coming from storytelling classes. So I would say lot of storytelling classes also should be there in the schooling, especially at the elementary level.
Also, you could have a good,
So-
moral value in it.
Yeah, moral
Let
values.
children learn.
In our schools, especially in our country, we have storytelling classes where all students will be learning how to narrate. It will also improve the communication,
Yes.
and also they'll come to know how to respect elders, how to behave in the society, how they'll mold into different individual. For example, one story I remember, twin parrots will be there. One parrot will be brought up with saint, the other one will be with robber. So that each one will be learning the same characters from each of them. One will be inviting the guest and giving water, such kind of things will be done. The other one will be looting. It will say, catch hold of him, loot him, like that. The other one which saint, it will invite, it will ask to give water, such kind of greeting will be done. So I insist this kind of education should be inculcated in our schools. So with this conclusion, I just thank the speakers and also the audience on behalf of WEF
We
2016.
won't take a photo with everybody. That's
Sure,
all right.
madam, sure.
Okay, shall we do that? Can you take a photo? This is very good. We have to thank this lovely lady.